Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show is morning, hella early AF here at 4:45 a.m. on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live today. We're talking about one of our fundamental principles, joy, 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 and how joy can be used as a technology to enhance one's productivity, and what is the relationship between joy and heightened levels of productivity. So we have a really interesting and powerful day planned today. So thanks for being here. If you are new, please become a subscriber. Hit the subscribe button right there on your screen. Get all these videos for free. I did say free. 1, 2, 3, 4 free. And also, yeah, see about us. You can also go, of course, to productivethroughjoy.com to see about what we do. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. And you can also, what else can you do? You can just have me come out and speak to your group, school, or organizations. We have a series of really powerful presentations and workshops, all aimed at enhancing productivity using narrative as a technology. We use the power of story as we examine the story that people's lives have been telling about themselves in the past, the current story that people's lives are telling about themselves presently, and the future aspirational story that you'd like to have your life tell about you. It's a really interesting narrative-based dynamic. So go to Productive Through Joy, see about us, have me come out and speak to your group, school, or organization. All right, thanks for being here. So I should say again, for those of you who are new, a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I'm the author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people call my people, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americas, which is out right now. I'm on the book tour for that book now. That book is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown was murdered, and it interrogates the intersection between race and violence and family in America. I'm also the board president of the World Stage, a literary and jazz venue here in Los Angeles, in the Crenshaw district. We have 7 days a week of really just powerful workshops, programs around jazz and literature. There's a singing workshop, vocal workshop, drumming workshop, live concerts, you name it. We have a poetry workshop. We have a press publishing really dynamic poets and historical works as well. Just a really interesting place. Go to theworldstage.org to learn more about that great nonprofit. It's great 501c3. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I should also say that my educational background is UC Berkeley. As an undergraduate, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD is in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. I'm currently a professor of English Lit at LMU here in Los Angeles. I am an expert at being productive, all right? I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity given my crazy personal background. I am the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me for adoption to a single say. At the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yes, as Cool Modi famously said, how you like, here's my face, how you like me now. And if I can be this productive through joy, we know that many of us who are watching the show can also be productive. So thanks for being here. All right, so let's dive into the topic. Today we're talking about joy and productivity. So let's dive in. So point one is that you want to have joy as a goal, right? As an aspirational target. You know, in the modern world, snarkiness, negativity is the predominant expression of people's emotional articulation, right? That seems to be even a cool thing. If you can be snarky, if you can be kind of negative, you get praised for that, right? If you can be, curb your enthusiasm-ish, if you can be, have that type of snark about yourself. If you look at the modern type of cartoons or the types of TV shows and films coming out largely, it's kind of a snarky, negative humor. You look at even award shows, you see how there was a time in the award shows where, the MC would MC the show, Now the MC is determined to take down and snark out and be hypercritical of the celebrities. Like that's the what you expect. I mean, it's kind of disgusting, right? But that's the world that we live in. I am saying that doesn't have to be you. I mean, snark is about gaining power over someone else by knocking them down, or thinking that being negative is cool. I get all of that. I mean, trust me. But that's such a small way to live, even if it does work in the short term. Because when you're being snarky, this doesn't feel good. Let me clear my throat. And you're doing damage. Yeah, I mean, you are doing damage to someone else. And people may smile through it or play it off, but it doesn't feel good to have people talk bad about you. If you've had folks talk bad about you, or just be negative towards you, because we all vibrate a certain type of energy, which doesn't feel good. So we're saying that it doesn't have to be that way. You can make a different choice, and that is the key: is choosing joy as an aspiration. Right. So what point two is how you get there in an authentic way, in authentic way. So we're not saying be fake, right? Fake joy. Hello. We're not saying that. We're saying allowing an authentic joy to emanate from inside of you and to spread itself on the world. That's what we're talking about. How do you get to that space where you are spreading joy, enjoy, especially in a world that doesn't really honor it, that honors snark and negativity? I mean, Donald Trump is the president. I mean, he became president basically by talking bad about people and lying. I mean, that's pretty much what happened. I mean, keep it real. I mean, that was a strategy. He tapped into the snarkiness of the world, ramped it up, put some entertainment sheen on it, and some orange spray paint, and here we are. So snark can work, negative can work, and so when you are in this context, you have to really be intentional about how you are going to use joy and make joy work for you. So we are saying that it's got to be authentic, and for joy to be authentic, it's got to come from the inside out. And so we help people to develop what we call a spiritual practice, but you can also call it an energetic practice, a ritual when you get up in the morning to tap into something and do it every single day to get your day started, rooted in something that's foundational and tied to your kind of spiritual, energetic life, right? So let me give you my brief morning ritual to serve as an example. So in the mornings, I wake up at 3:30 a.m., including this morning. I read a couple of spiritual business books. I do our show at right here at 4:45. At 5, I work on my current novel until the sunrise. And the sunrise, I walk out to the beach. I live here along the coast of Venice Beach, California. I bring my drum, I meditate, I pray, I do yoga. It's a really powerful time early in the morning here along the coast. I come back, I work on my book a while longer, then go back out to the beach to run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica's Pier, all the way back here to Venice to go to my gym, Goat's Gym, to get my workout in. So guys, by 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm feeling amazing. My body's being flooded with endorphins, and that endorphin release gives me a sense of euphoria that I can then leverage to move myself towards my goals and objectives. We're not saying do what I do, we're saying do what you do, and we help individuals do just that very thing. So you want to think about creating and getting some help and creating a way that you can tap into your spiritual power early in the morning, all right? So, yeah. And so that's point two. You want to go inside and do that important work, which goes right into our last point. As you begin to engage in this process, you're going to see an up level of just joyfulness, irrespective of your circumstance, because you'll still face problems and difficulties. Everyone has those, but you'll be able to move through it joyfully. You'll also be able to use the joy to give you power. All right, because joy can be both an outcome and a technology to move you towards more joy, which means more outcomes featuring joy. Boom goes the dynamite. That's it for today's show. We air each weekday morning, hella early at here at 4:45 a.m. on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel and 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Definitely become a subscriber now. Thanks for being here. We love and respect you, honor you. We will see you soon. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.